Hello everyone. Today, we're discussing something that's key to our future, financial goals to achieve during your 20s. Why is this important, you ask? Well, having clear financial goals can mean the difference between a comfortable future and financial stress. So, are you ready to set your financial goals? Before we dive into the world of finance, do us a favor and click on that subscribe button. Now let's get started. First things first, understanding your current financial position is pivotal. To chart a course to your financial goals, you need to know exactly where you're starting. It's like being an explorer. You wouldn't set off on an expedition without first knowing your starting point, would you? So let's break down the basics of understanding your financial position. First up, tracking expenses. It's easy to let your money slip away without realizing where it's going. The daily coffee, the monthly subscriptions, the occasional splurges, it all adds up. Start by keeping a record of every penny you spend for a month. This will give you a clear picture of your spending habits. And you might be surprised at how quickly those little expenses add up. Next, let's talk about your net worth. It's a fancy term, but all it really means is the difference between what you own and what you owe. Your assets, things like your savings, investments, and property, minus your liabilities, your debts. Knowing your net worth gives you a snapshot of your financial health at a given moment. Now, on to debt. It's a word that can make us cringe, but it's a reality for most. Whether it's personal loans, credit card debt, or a mortgage, understanding your debt is crucial. How much do you owe, and to whom? What are the interest rates? How long will it take to pay off? These are all important questions to ask. Understanding your financial position isn't just about numbers, though. It's about gaining the knowledge and confidence to make informed decisions. It's about setting realistic goals and creating a plan to achieve them. It's about taking control of your financial future. So take a hard look at your finances. It's the first step towards achieving your financial goals. Life is full of surprises, some pleasant, others not so much. This is where an emergency fund comes in handy. Imagine waking up one morning and your car won't start. You take it to the mechanic, and they hit you with a repair bill that's $1,000 more than you were expecting. Or maybe you wake up one day with a toothache so bad you can't ignore it, and the dentist tells you that you need a root canal. These are the kind of unexpected expenses that can throw a wrench in your carefully planned budget. That's why an emergency fund is so important. It's a financial safety net that can help you navigate life's unexpected twists and turns. Think of it as a buffer, a cushion that can soften the blow of financial hardships, whether that's a sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or an unexpected home repair. Building an emergency fund might seem daunting, especially if you're starting from scratch. But remember, it's not about having a huge sum of money set aside all at once. It's about steadily and consistently saving over time until you have enough to cover 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. And don't be discouraged if progress seems slow. Every little bit helps. Even a small emergency fund can make a big difference when you need it most. Remember, an emergency fund isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Now that we have our safety net in place, it's time to tackle the big D. Debt. Debt, my friends, is a financial burden that keeps us from achieving our monetary goals. It's like a ball and chain, limiting our financial freedom and growth. So, our next financial goal before we hit 30 is to pay off debt. Think of debt as a leaky faucet in your financial house. It might not seem like a big deal at first, but over time it can cause a flood. It's crucial to fix it as soon as possible. Paying off debt not only frees up money for other financial goals but also reduces stress and offers a sense of financial security. So how do we do it? Well, there are a few strategies that you can use. Let's start with the snowball method. This strategy involves paying off your debts from the smallest to the largest. You start by making minimum payments on all debts, but put any extra money towards the smallest debt. Once that's paid off, you move on to the next smallest and so on. The idea behind this method is that small wins motivate you to keep going. Alternatively, you may prefer the avalanche method. This strategy focuses on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, regardless of the amount owed. Here, you make minimum payments on all debts, but put any extra money towards the debt with the highest interest rate. This method can save you more in the long run because you're tackling the costliest debts first. Both methods have their pros and cons, and the best one for you depends on your personal financial situation and your mindset. Remember, the key is not just choosing a method, but sticking to it until you've paid off all your debts. So, make paying off debt a priority. It's one of the most liberating feelings in the world. Imagine waking up one day and not owing anyone anything. That's the kind of financial freedom we're aiming for, and it's absolutely within your reach. Even though retirement might seem like a distant future, it's never too early to start saving for it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Retirement? That's decades away. Well, that's exactly the point. The earlier you start saving for your retirement, the more time your money has to grow. This is where the magic of compound interest comes into play. Picture this. You're planting a tree. The sooner you plant that seed and start nurturing it, the bigger and stronger it will grow over time. The same principle applies to your retirement savings. Your initial contributions are the seeds, and the compound interest is the sunlight and water that helps your savings grow. So let's say you start saving $100 a month at the age of 25 with an annual interest rate of 5%. By the time you reach 65, you've got a hefty sum of over $350,000. But if you wait until you're 35 to start saving that same $100 a month, you end up with less than half of that amount. That's the power of compound interest and early investments. Think of your retirement savings as an investment in your future self. It's creating a safety net for a time when you might not want to or be able to work. So start your retirement savings today, and your future self will thank you. Finally, let's talk about making your money work for you. Investing. Now you might think investing is a game only for the rich and famous, but that's a common misconception. Investing is a financial goal that is within reach for everyone, and it's crucial for securing your financial future. Think of investing as planting a seed. It may seem small and insignificant at first, but with time, care, and patience, it grows into a mighty tree. The same goes for your investment. The money you put in today can grow significantly over time, thanks to the magic of compound interest. There are many avenues for investing, each with its own risk and reward. Stocks, for instance, can offer high returns but come with a higher risk. Bonds, on the other hand, are generally safer but yield lower returns. Real estate is another popular choice, providing both a tangible asset and potential rental income. But remember, investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's about consistently contributing to your investment funds, diversifying your portfolio to spread risk, and having the patience to let your investments mature. It's also essential to educate yourself. Understand what you're investing in and keep abreast of market trends. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert, but a basic understanding will go a long way in making informed decisions. So start investing today and watch your wealth grow. And that's a wrap, folks. We've taken quite a journey today, traversing through the terrain of personal finance. We began by understanding our financial position, which is the cornerstone of our financial journey. It's essential to know where we stand before we decide where we're heading. Then we discussed the importance of establishing an emergency fund. It's our financial safety net, ready to cushion us during unexpected circumstances. Next, we tackled the not-so-fun topic of debt. Paying off debt isn't easy, but it's a vital step towards financial freedom. Our journey then took us to the land of retirement savings. It might seem far off now, but starting early makes all the difference. Finally, we ventured into the exciting world of investing for the future. It's a long-term game, but the rewards are well worth the wait. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more exciting content. Remember, it's never too early or too late to work towards being financially free. Until next time.